Following an eventful week, we're finally here. Big night of boxing in front of us, capped by Tyson versus Galata. All right, let's get to it. Our first fight of the evening, a matchup of lightweights scheduled for 10. Undefeated Alex Trujillo versus Jose Luis Juarez. This has the elements of a slugfest. Both are hard punches with knockout mentalities. Bobby, let's get your keys to victory.
One of these fighters, Steve, goes to the next level, and the next one of them gets left behind. Let's start with Trujillo. He's got to get inside Juarez's jab. Got a nice long, rangy jab. Also, keep the pressure on. Bust him, break him down, slow him down, and go to the body. Best way to stop a tall man from moving is to break his body. For Juarez, he needs to do some things very different. Box smart from the outside. Keep Trujillo on the end of his jab. Also make Trujillo miss and counter, make him pay every time he misses. And also, lastly, take him late into the rounds, making him miss, wear him down. It's his only chance to win.
Jose Luis Juarez, the Mexican lightweight champ, a career that got off to a shaky start, losing his pro debut by first round TKO. Won his next 9 before losing to Sal Duran, which he avenged in his last fight, a convincing decision. Bobby, nothing cute or fancy about Juarez. He comes out and just attempts to knock people out with either hand. What do you expect?
I don't believe that in a fight like this, with the style he's shown in the past, it's conducive to him winning. He doesn't have the big guns, the big bang to hold off a Trujillo and slug with him on the inside. Again, I think he needs to stay outside, adjust himself, box more, be smart, make Trujillo miss, make him pay, take him late, and see if he can wear him down.
Alex Trujillo of Puerto Rico, 18-0, 14 KOs, a promising prospect who started boxing at 13, impressive amateur career, winning 129 of 133, a solid candidate to win the gold medal at the '96 Atlanta Olympics, but before his first bout, lost his temper and slugged a teammate, fracturing his hand. 5 of his first 6 pro fights were first-round knockouts. He won the vacant NABF super lightweight belt with a grueling unanimous decision over previously unbeaten Mark Juarez, his last fight. Is he just too big and strong for Juarez?
Well, Steve, I've seen him on tape, and he punches very well. I think he not only punches harder, but more often and considerably more accurate. His conditioning is also a huge factor. Late in the fight, he is still coming like it's early rounds. I think overall his whole game is just a little too much for his opponent.
All right, Bobby, let's check the numbers. Juarez a year older at 27, Trujillo an inch taller at 5'9", 2.5-inch reach advantage. Juarez at yesterday's weigh-in, Trujillo 136, Juarez 134. And the Michigan rules for this non-title affair, the key rules, the standing 8 count is in effect. 3 knockdown rule is enforced here. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell except in the last round. If an accidental headbutt occurs before the end of the 5th round, it's a technical draw. If it happens after the end of round 5, they go to the scorecards. So here at the Palace of Auburn Hills, we're getting ready for Alex Trujillo versus Jose Luis Juarez. Let's get the formal introductions from our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and welcome to the Palace of Auburn Hills here in Auburn Hills, Michigan, as we have a big night of action in store for you, and it's all brought to you by America Presents and Hearns Entertainment in association with Main Events, Fight Night Inc. and SET Showtime Event Television. At this time, we present the first of our featured bouts, a lightweight special attraction scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Introducing the officials appointed by the Michigan State Athletic Board of Control, Chief Physician Dr. Michael Sherman, physicians at ringside Dr. Evan Ferris and Dr. Ralph Sachs. Timekeepers at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns, we have Joe Collins and Bruce Thalen. Introducing to you our 3 judges scoring this bout from ringside. From Clarkston, Michigan, Rosemary Grable. From Hale, Michigan, Bernie Teachout. And from Troy, Michigan, Brad Wright. And introducing to you at this time, the 3rd man of the ring, the referee in charge of this bout, Monty Oswald. All right, fans, here we go. Lightweights in the ring, 10 rounds of boxing scheduled. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks with green and red trim, hailing from Chihuahua, Mexico. He weighed in at a ready 134 pounds with a record of 11 wins, 2 losses. He has 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the Mexican lightweight champion, ranked number 10 in the world by the WBC. Introducing Jose Luis El Pilullo Juarez. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner, this 10-round attraction. He is wearing black trunks with red trim. Joining us from Catania, Puerto Rico, he weighed in at 136 pounds even. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with 18 wins, no losses, 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the NABF Super Lightweight Champion, the undefeated Alex Trujillo. Once again, a referee in charge, Monty Oswald, now to give instructions. 10 rounds of boxing schedule.
Let's have the chief second out.
Okay, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the locker room. Are there any questions from this corner? Are there any questions from this corner? To reiterate, diagonally at the navel is a legal blow above that. Anything below that, we'll call a foul. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch them up, come out of the glove.
We just weighed Trujillo moments ago. Checks in now at 148. That's a plus 12 from the weigh-in yesterday. Juarez unavailable. Trujillo 9 of his 14 KOs in the first round. Big, strong, swarming puncher. Juarez a hard puncher, likes to mix it up. Always in good shape, but like Trujillo, defense shaky. He's quite vulnerable, lacks quickness and movement, and he's right there to hit. So here we go. Last minute praying by Trujillo. Trujillo in the black trunks with the red trim. Juarez in the white, green, and red trunks. Colors of Mexico.
Trujillo said too, he said, I'm not going to come right at him. He said, the first couple of rounds, I'm going to see what's there. Just feel his power, feel his strength, see his speed, gauge it, and then by rounds 2, 3, and 4, I'm going to let it go.
Yeah, Trujillo likes to keep the pressure on Bobby. He works the body well, has a big left hook. Patient, poised. Sometimes does get careless. Trujillo comes off a war with Luis Juarez in early August, a furious paced fight. We'll see how much that may have taken out of him, and if he'll be sharper this time around. He won in a close unanimous decision, but he had his rough moments against the awkward Juarez.
Well, I'll tell you too, I saw tapes of the fight in rounds 9, 10, 11, and 12. He was swarming as if it were the first 2 or 3 rounds. Tremendous condition.
Trujillo at his best when he digs short punches to the body. We'll see if he does that here.
He's been landing his right hand so far over the top pretty accurately, pretty well.
Trujillo, the current NABF super lightweight champ, but more comfortable at 135. Feels a lot quicker at lightweight. Juarez said he'd like to induce Trujillo into a slugfest, but told us he'll see what Trujillo does in the early rounds and determine his strategy. He said he saw some quality things about Trujillo in his last fight with Luis Juarez, but feels he tires as the fight progresses. You could have fooled me.
I'll tell you, you could have fooled me too. What I saw in the tapes of his fights late, he was swarming as if it were rounds 1, 2, or 3.
What do you think about fighters who say, well, I'll see what the other guy brings? Is he just giving us a lot of you-know-what, or does he actually know what he wants to do?
Well, Steve, I think a lot of things need to be tested in the first round. I know even when I was fighting, what I wanted to feel was the guy's strength, his overall strength, his physical ability to move me inside, his power. Even if you're blocking him, you don't want to put your chin out there. Gauge his speed and also his elusiveness. Let's see what his reflexes are like. So there are some things you want to see. They may not use the correct terminology, but there's some things they need to feel out. That one's south of the border.
A low blow by Trujillo, cautioned by Monty Oswald out of Bay City, Michigan.
See, I think the speed factor here too is big because Juarez doesn't really throw that quick, and he's going to need to be a little quicker. If Trujillo can see everything, slip it and bang back, he's Juarez in for a long night.
Trujillo said if Juarez comes forward, I'll get in the left hook. I'll be able to stop him. There's a pretty good short, crisp left hook to the neck by Juarez.
Trujillo threw a nice combination there on the inside. It was hard to see from our angle, but it was a nice jab, right hand and left hook, tight and on the inside, landed very well.
Final seconds of the opening round. It is scheduled for 10, a non-title bout. 135-pounders here in Auburn Hills. Our translator is John Paul Gonzalez.
Con la derecha. Era el cuerpo atrás. You got to keep him back.
Con calma, es a 10 rounds.
Take your time.
Busquen un calma, todo viene. Con calma. Ganamos
Take a lot of time. We won this round.
Muévete para los lados también. Cuando él venga
Move to the side, especially when he comes towards you.
Camina para los lados, porque ahí es que te
Keep your eyes open. Look around you.
Le mete a la derecha. Cuando te llave.
Swing that right, especially when he gives you those jabs.
One of those right hands that were meant for the body find it south of the border, right on the cup, and that was very square.
Seconds down. Seconds down.
You know, of course, that this is Protective Cup night. The first 3,000 fans entering the arena in light of the Tyson-Galata fight receiving Protective Cups. And if you believe that, I've got a bridge in Brooklyn for you.
And it started early with the low blows.
There you go.
Different fight.
A little boxing humor there, folks, to cool things off. At least an attempt at boxing. Alex Trujillo's manager, Luis Juarez, calls Trujillo the next Puerto Rican superstar. Well, that may be a stretch, but we'll have to just wait and see. Time will tell.
This is sort of a crossroads fight, Steve, for both guys. The winner goes up, and the other guy's got to stay at this level, or maybe come down, wanting back to club fighting, get his record, get his experience, hone his skills a little better. I'm actually very surprised there's not a little more pressure by Trujillo. He's being very deliberate and very calculated.
I asked if we'd see that same furious pace tonight we saw in his last fight with Juarez, and he said not necessarily, since Juarez was tall and he had to fight him on the inside. He feels here in the early rounds he'll just try to feel Juarez out and determine whether to fight inside or out.
Well, his corner, as he went back, said take your time, relax, take your time. So I'm assuming that the war is not going to start yet.
Not yet. He's being patient to this point, but it is early. It's only the second round. Of course, the big names are at super lightweight, the champions. What a tremendous division that is. But Trujillo opts to stay at lightweight, where the champions are names like Jose Luis Castillo, Takarori Hatayama, Paul Spadafora, and Artur Grigorian.
Bet you can't say that again.
Say that fast 5 times. This is a good straight right hand by Juarez.
Juarez trying to pick up the pace, too. You can see him pressing the fight a little more. Trujillo not coming forward quite as much as I expected.
But it's at 140 where the names really ring. Kostya Tszyu, Zab Judah, Shambe Mitchell.
There was a great example, too, though. Trujillo's punch is much more accurate. They're finding the mark, and a lot of Juarez's are not.
And blood coming from the nose of Juarez after that flurry by Trujillo. Trujillo beginning to pick up the pace now here towards the end of round 2. Trujillo from Catano, Puerto Rico. Juarez out of Chihuahua, Mexico. Juarez has never been on the canvas. Trujillo once.
So you notice too, Trujillo's defense is so much better than Juarez. He steps around, blocks the punches with his hands, with his arms, and he backs off, gives little angles. Juarez takes most of those big punches flush.
As we head for the bell, round 2. Juarez finishing strong. Once again, our interpreter, John Paul Gonzalez.
Sí, sí, ahí va. Agarra aire.
Very well. Take.
Agarra aire, la toalla. Dame la
Breathe.
toalla.
Take a deep breath there. There you go.
Venga. Esa bolita arriba. Sí, sí, ahí va.
You're doing well. You're doing well.
No trae nada, no trae nada. Vamos.
Don't you worry about a thing.
Sí, sí.
He's not doing anything there.
We'll take a look at one of the sequences where Trujillo lands the right hand, works him back into the ropes, and all these punches get a piece of Juarez's face, whereas Juarez is not landing. We'll watch it from another angle. There's the right hand goes over the eye. That grabs the back of the ear, top of the head, side. Not all real flush, but they're grabbing pieces of his face, and they're going to eventually mount and add up.
Seconds down. Seconds down.
Vamos. Vamos, viene, vamos. No lo busques. Vamos, no te fajes con él.
Victor Ortiz in the corner of Trujillo with Alex since Alex was just a kid. Trujillo with more experience, a lot of amateur experience as well as professional experience. Very poised, composed. Very laid back in our fighter meeting yesterday. Juarez missing with that chopping right cross. Trujillo, there's that left hook, but it was blocked. Look how Trujillo's measuring him out, and that straight right was warded off by the glove of Juarez. That was a nice left hook to the head by Trujillo, and another left hook to the head. And then a hook by Juarez.
Yeah, both fighters seem to be opening up a little bit here.
A wild exchange here in round 3.
This looks more like the Trujillo I saw on tape.
Much more aggressive now. Boy, left hooks by both fighters, both scoring. There's another quick left to the head by Trujillo, and then a right uppercut, but a grazing blow. There's a big right hand, overhand right, Trujillo.
Little delayed reaction too. You saw one of the legs kind of wobble a little bit from Juarez.
Beautiful flurry. He spins Juarez around, who lost his balance momentarily. What a round for Trujillo. Another right hand by Trujillo that scores. Winging shots to the head and the body.
There were 2 body shots here too that you could see a little bit of pain in the face of Juarez. They bothered him.
Another left hook to the neck by Trujillo. Scoring almost at will here in round 3. So Trujillo really coming on strong and opening things up here in the 3rd. Juarez not as eager to mix it up now.
See another again, a little delayed reaction on his feet. That left hook off the temple really wobbled him.
And Juarez fighting going backwards, but he's game. He continues to unleash. He's not panicking though. He's trying to use his jab and box. Juarez in the white trunks. He was in all kinds of difficulty earlier in the round.
He really is eating those left hooks so often.
Trujillo landing repeatedly with those lefts. There's another one. And a smacking counter left by Juarez.
Nice left hook by Juarez, and he didn't really follow it up quite quickly enough.
They are really trading here in the 3rd. But it was Trujillo's round by far.
Oportunidad a él, que se acomode.
Don't give him a chance.
Tus golpes.
You got to throw your punches.
Primero.
You go first.
No pasa nada, vamos.
Nothing's wrong here. You're doing good.
Sube más tu mano, te está
Keep your hands up, especially your left hand.
Trujillo picked up the pace here. He really put some punches together that had little bad intentions on him, Steve. That left hook started things off. He's been landing it pretty frequently. He follows up with another left. Here he switches his feet and turns in almost like a southpaw. Here's another sequence with the right uppercut and the left hook on the inside, followed by an overhand right. And there's the body shot that you saw Juarez wince from.
Seconds down. Seconds down, Cole. Seconds down.
Here was the one big punch that Juarez got in. More of a long looping slap. Hand was too far extended, separated from his body. No power in that. Makes a lot of noise and looks good.
Well, I'll tell you, round 3 was a painful one for Juarez, who got the worst of just about every exchange and had his knees buckled at the 2-minute mark of the round. It is round 4 scheduled for 10 lightweights. Alex Trujillo, the NABF super lightweight champ, in the black trunks. Jose Luis Juarez, the Mexican lightweight champ, in the white. Trujillo 18-0, 14 knockouts. He's rated number 12 by the WBA as a super lightweight. Juarez 11-2, 9 knockouts, rated number 10 by the WBC as a lightweight. Trujillo with the jab.
Juarez really hasn't shown me any real pop, Steve. He needs to really get some respect here, because Trujillo's boxing when he wants to box, unloading when he wants to unload, with no repercussions either way.
Trujillo taking a lot of punishment. He takes another left jab there, followed by a right hand to the head. Perhaps the thing that's keeping Juarez going is that he is in excellent condition. He trained the last 3-4 weeks in the high altitudes of Mexico. And that'll get you in shape. Halfway through the fourth. Good defense by Trujillo, who is not particularly known for great defense.
There was an awkward moment. His feet got tangled. It really looked awkward. Stuffing a nice jab to the body. You'd be surprised if 5, 6, 7 of those in a row really start to add up.
Trujillo with a short, crisp left hook to the jaw. The accumulative attack has to be taking its toll on Juarez. And also missing a lot of punches. That has to take something out of it.
Well, it takes the same energy to stop a punch that it did to start it if you miss. Basic law of physics.
And again, Trujillo getting the better of that exchange.
But Juarez is starting to press the pace a little bit, put a little more pressure on Trujillo. And Trujillo not responding quite as I thought he might.
Again, a nice exchange there. Juarez trying to dig to the body, but Trujillo too elusive. Trujillo very busy, active. But Juarez with a lot of will. There he goes. There goes Trujillo.
Big left hook, and Trujillo is absolutely in trouble, Steve.
Out of nowhere, down for the second time in his career. The bell sounds. He's not going to be saved. He gets up.
Ready to go? Let me see.
He says he's all right to Monty Oswald.
Hold on. No. The time. It's all stopped. It's good. It's good.
And he continues.
No, you're over here.
He barely beat that count, Steve. He got up, I think, at 9.5.
Fighter cannot be saved by the bell except in the last round, the rule. What a surprise.
You better be careful with that left arm. Take some water. How you doing there? Breathe.
It's a big, long left hook, Steve, that he gets caught on the tail end. If you see it, pulls out with his head up, heads up, and he gets hit with it. You see the whiplash in his neck, and he goes down, and his head hits the canvas pretty hard as well.
It was a dramatic knockdown. Now let's listen to what happened. Well, let's see how Trujillo reacts after the second knockdown of his career. Undefeated record coming in.
And that was a very clean knockdown. He was very, very hurt. Had that not been the end of the round, I don't believe the referee would have allowed him to continue.
Excellent point. That came in the final seconds of round 4. And as mentioned, a fight cannot be saved by the bell except in the final round here. Those are Michigan rules. So the count continues after the bell. Trujillo able to collect his thoughts, seemingly very cognizant of what was going on. He is a very patient, poised guy. Let's see if Juarez can jump on Trujillo here.
I would think that Juarez would want to jump on right now and let it all hang out as he was getting to his feet. I don't know if Trujillo realized the bell had already rang or he was just trying to get to his feet, but he knows he has to do something and collect himself.
He knows he's in a fight now. Listen to this crowd as they react not only to the fight, but some of the luminaries entering the arena.
I believe Muhammad Ali walked in the room and he will always cause that kind of commotion.
A standing ovation for the greatest. And he's here, of course, to see his daughter Layla fight later.
Trujillo on more of a bicycle now, Steve, doing a lot of moving. And he walked into a right hand.
Yeah, straight right hand by the man from Mexico, Juarez. There's a good left. Left hook to the head by Trujillo. Trujillo seems to be bouncing around pretty well, regaining his composure after that rare knockdown.
His composure has been gained a little bit, but you could see the look in his eyes and by the motions of his body that he is not all that confident now. There's some worry, and there seems to be just a little different look to him.
Now Juarez on the attack. It's Trujillo backpedaling. Boy, how things have changed quickly in this fight. What an ebb and flow.
Trujillo fights so much better moving forward, so now he's being forced to move backward box. A little more energy, rougher on his legs. Could be a big factor if this fight goes long.
Final seconds of round 5. And Trujillo bouncing back after the knockdown in the previous round. Well, you heard the roar from Muhammad Ali when he entered the arena. Coming up next,
We're doing good. Okay, we got through that.
Kendra Lenhart, women's boxing scheduled for 6. We take you into the dressing room of Layla Ali, the undefeated daughter of boxing legend Muhammad Ali. The 22-year-old is 7-0 with 7 knockouts. She's registered 3 first-round knockouts. There's the fabled Muhammad Ali in the dressing room. At first, he discouraged Layla from getting into the fight game, but now he supports her.
You gotta get some points here. From now on, we gotta get some points. More points here. Take care of that left hook.
Round 6. Bobby, your unofficial scorecard.
I have it 3 rounds to 2 for Trujillo, but the points are even because of the knockdown, and our people at home are watching correctly.
Yeah, they've got Trujillo ahead 3 rounds to 2.
Well, I have him at 3 rounds to 2, but on a point system, Steve, the double point for the knockdown make this fight dead even, 47-47 after 5.
The fans at home gave rounds 1, 2, and 3 to Trujillo.
As did I.
All right, now we're into round 6, scheduled for 10. Very confident Juarez now continues to press the attack.
That's right, he's coming forward with a little bit of a different look on his face. A little more determination, a little more strength.
1 knockdown of the fight, the 2:53 mark of round 4 from a Juarez left hook. It did catch Trujillo flush on the jaw.
And here you notice, Trujillo just landed a nice overhand right, but no left hook, no left uppercut, no follow. He's still worried or still a little shaken from that left hook. Dropped it.
Really caught him by surprise. Halfway through round 6. Good elusive defense by Trujillo there, avoiding those punches. Trujillo landing with a combination to the head, being very cautious but getting in.
Beautiful combination by Trujillo, and he followed up, stepped around, followed up again. He looks like he's a little more back to the position he was at in rounds 1, 2, and 3.
But still fighting going backwards is Trujillo. Missing with a big right hand, countering right by Juarez.
Nice right hand to the body by Juarez, while Trujillo had his left hand tied up above the shoulder. second. Both of them are missing those punches pretty bad.
Good finish for Trujillo, doubling up on the jab and scoring. Again, John Gonzalez will translate.
Sí.
Oh, yeah.
Vamos.
Okay, let's go. Are you hurting here? Your legs hurt? Yes, yeah.
Very good.
Trata de sorprenderlo con el gancho tuyo.
Try to surprise him with the good left hook.
Sí, ese round fue bueno.
You did very well. You kept it going, you kept it straight.
Que no te dé el zángano ese. Vamos.
Don't let this fool hit you.
We're going to take a look here. Trujillo coming back. Here he steps away, makes Juarez miss, and throws a nice combination. 1, 2, 3, followed by a left hook right hand. And again, gets out of harm's way. That left hook has left an impression in his mind. Nice slow motion tape. Jab, right hand hook, and he comes back with the left right, and he spins off. Nice, succinct, powerful shots, and it gets out safely.
You heard the translation in the red corner. They want Trujillo to unload that left hook. So let's look for that. Very colorfully put too. Use the left hook on this fool.
Out of the mouths of trainers and cornermen.
Absolutely. Round 7. Unless, of course, John just made that up.
Well, I'll tell you now, after the left hook that dropped Trujillo, Trujillo has had to make some adjustments. He's adjusted to how he's fighting, he's adjusted to how he's moving, countering, and stepping off and around Juarez. Very important for him if that left hook should land again.
Again, it's Juarez, the man coming forward, but it doesn't seem to be bothering Trujillo, although Juarez just landed with a nice left hand right on the neck. Trujillo seems to have recovered since that 4th round knockdown.
He seems to have recovered, Steve, but not completely. A piece of his confidence has been broken or fractured at least, because he's not standing inside and teeing off at will, which he did in the first 3 rounds. In the first 3 rounds, he had Juarez very tentative, not coming forward, getting hurt, and it's the reverse a little bit.
Good right uppercut on the inside by Trujillo. You wonder if he, I don't know, underestimated Juarez, but you can never do that, especially these fighters from Mexico. Good left hook to the head by Trujillo.
I can tell you from experience, when you get in the ring and you think a fighter can't really punch and he stings you with something, it is an amazing wake-up call. It really is.
And we'll see how Trujillo reacts the rest of the way.
Well, right now, Juarez is coming forward. He's not really being an effective aggressor, though. He's missing a lot, not landing cleanly. Trujillo boxing not being that effective himself, but better.
A lot of movement now by Trujillo, really on his bite. And jabbing away, peppering the face of Juarez with that jab. 3-4 in a row. Unanswered, too.
Nice combinations on the inside there by Trujillo. Landing pretty clean, keeping his arms up. Tight defense. Juarez coming back, but not landing as clean. So you'll see the swelling start to move around the left eye of Juarez.
A barrage by Trujillo. One of his better, more effective flurries of the fight. Good left hook to the head by Trujillo towards the end of the round.
Presionar, José, vamos abajo, vamos abajo, tenemos que apretar,
Come on, we gotta tighten this up here.
Tenemos que apretar, si no nos van a robar.
If not, they're gonna steal this fight from us.
Tenemos que apretar.
We gotta tighten up really hard here. You gotta give them all you got. Understand me?
Vamos, cierra el espacio.
Come on, let's go. You're going towards his left. You got to work fast. Come, we got to make some points here. We have only 3 rounds left. Let's do this. 8, 9, and 10. We got to win these 3 rounds cleanly. Come on. And how do we win this? You got to hit him hard. Keep your hands up. Keep those hands up and just hit him. Come on. Let's go, champ.
Sense of urgency there in that Trujillo corner as they go back to the basics. Victor Ortiz in the face of Alex Trujillo in rah-rah fashion.
And you know, it's kind of funny because when Trujillo goes forward, he's much more effective and his corner has him boxing smart. They must be worried about that big left hook. It must have hurt him that much. Because Trujillo's consistently better like this, coming forward. Look at him.
A right-left combination to the head. He's got Juarez up against the rope, and Juarez continues to swing. Tough kid, this Juarez.
You know, that's something you can never teach. You can't teach toughness. It's an innate quality. You either have it or you don't.
Well, in 13 fights, he's never been down.
You see here now, as we watch Juarez coming in, Trujillo is much less effective going back and side to side, outside like that. Much less effective.
And he continues to backpedal.
Well, Juarez has got him in the late rounds, but he's not making him miss. A lot of the punches that Trujillo throws land cleanly.
Juarez, yes, continues to elude a lot of those. But Trujillo continues to elude those punches, and those punches were blocked.
Something we could have here, too, is this. Trujillo came out, opened up with a big flurry. Now, if he closes with a big flurry, that's one of the things that smart fighters do. Open up and close with big flurries. They tend to stick out in the judges' minds much more often. In the close round, they will get it. I'll be interested to see if he closes as well as he opens.
Is that something you often look to do when you were in the ring?
Well, what I'd like to do, if I had a situation where I knew a guy was going to be going deep with me, taking me deep in the fight, good chin, you want to establish a victory early in the round, set the precedent that you've made some scores, you've made a point in the judge's mind, and then close well. They'll see you starting and finishing well, and they'll sometimes forget the middle. See here, Juarez can't stay that far away. The defensive skills of Trujillo are too good. He needs to press him and force a brawl.
Trujillo really has improved his defense. Right uppercut, scoring, getting between the gloves by Juarez.
A lot of wild swings and misses.
Final seconds of round 8.
Well, no one decided to close the show.
Coming up next will be Layla Ali versus the statuesque Kendra Lenhart. Women's light heavyweight bout. There's Kendra told us yesterday that she is not at all intimidated by the aura of the name Ali.
Looks like a decent right hand she has there, Steve.
Pretty powerful stuff. We'll see, you know, when the bell sounds, what actually happens. That's her husband, Marvin, also her trainer, taking those shots in the hands. She is a terrific all-around athlete, a former coach in high school of basketball and track, and a former basketball center at Delta State, turning to the sport of boxing. She'll fight Layla Ali up next.
Good job. Seconds down. Seconds down. Seconds down, coach. Let's go.
Alex Trujillo getting set for round 9 against Jose Luis Juarez, scheduled for 10. If you're just joining us, Trujillo, who happens to be the NABF super lightweight champ, who's more comfortable at 135 lightweight, went down for the second time in his career. In 18 fights, he's undefeated. Late in round 4 from a left hook by Juarez, a stunning left hook out of nowhere, and down went Trujillo. The count continued because of the rules here. After the round, he got up, and he seems to have recovered.
I think he's recovered enough to outbox Juarez over the past 3 rounds, but he still doesn't look like he has that full sturdiness to him that he came out in the first 3 rounds with. There's a big right hand by Trujillo.
Well, I think also Bobby proceeding on the side of caution right now when he was probably more aggressive the first 3 rounds before he got clocked.
It's amazing what goes through a person's mind when they start to taste some power that they didn't really expect.
Oh, yeah.
See how he leads to the body with a right hand and then pulls out with his head up? That's how he got dropped in that 4th round.
He was just wide open for that shot.
Trujillo's defense may actually be the difference in this fight if he should win a decision.
Juarez is a hard puncher. 9 of his 11 wins by knockout. As we mentioned at the outset, nothing really fancy about him. He just comes out, looks to knock you out with either hand. It was the left hand that scored the knockdown in the 4th round.
Watch your heads. Break. Step back.
He does have good strength, but as you've seen, he can be hit. He lacks quickness and movement.
And right now, Trujillo's kind of taunting him with the left hand out, hitting him, stepping out again and again.
Juarez is getting nailed. Big right hand right on the head. What's holding Juarez up? He's getting a lot of shots to the head. He's got a hard head. And he just keeps coming forward afterwards. Throwing punches, a lot of them missing, but he continues.
Once again, when Trujillo comes forward with combinations, so much more effective than Juarez.
Watch your heads. Watch your heads.
Trujillo is scoring more and more effectively. Blood around the nose of Juarez. It's been that way for a long time. Big welt near the left eye of Juarez in the white. That continues to get bigger. The left eye is beginning to close.
Stop the time. Pull that out of it. Okay.
There's the bell to win round 9. Let's go inside the ropes with Bobby Chez.
Well, when Trujillo's coming forward and throwing those combinations, he's so effective here on the inside, really teeing off on Juarez. Again, coming forward. When he's coming forward like this, Juarez cannot handle it. As he comes forward, again, you see the right hand. Again, 1, 2, left hook, left uppercut. Constantly, while he's coming forward, throwing combinations, Juarez can't deal with it. At the end, you'll see nice combination, good right uppercut to the body, left hand, overhand right, buckled the knees right there. Beautiful combinations. Once again, when he comes forward, Juarez can't do anything with him. I don't know why he's moving as much as he's moving unless he's tired.
Give him a lot of jabs. Use it. Just hit him with that right jab.
Well, right now, Trujillo looks just about all the way back. What a terrific round was the night. Now it's the 10th and final round. They'll touch gloves. And here we go.
Now we're going to see where the sense of urgency is believed to be by both of the fighters. Whoever comes out here really ready, maybe guess there's a sense of urgency.
Unofficially, how do you have it going into the final round?
I have it 7 rounds to 2 for Trujillo.
And that despite the fact that Trujillo takes to the canvas late in the 4th.
Well, the scoring doesn't have a 5-round discrepancy, only a 5-point, and there's a 4-point because of that extra point.
Wipe that off. Wipe it off.
Referee Monty Oswald looking to do a little housekeeping in that Juarez corner.
Okay.
The left eye area.
Closing very bad, Steve.
Yeah, it is.
Over, it's swelling from above and below.
The judges are all locals from Michigan. Rosemary Grable, Ernie Teachout, Brad Wright.
Great. Step back clean.
And perhaps in a couple of minutes it will be in their hands. Trujillo looking to come off the canvas. That was a little low, and it was a low blow by Juarez.
Keep him up, okay? Keep him up. It's the last round. Round 10. Let's go.
Blood continues to streak from the nose of Juarez. The left eye is just about shut. He's got a big mouse around the left eye.
Again, when he's coming forward, Juarez just cannot deal with it. Trujillo's closing the show pretty well here.
And Juarez is a one-eyed, basically a one-eyed fighter right now. Just seeing out of the right eye.
Unfortunately, I've had my eyes closed in the past too, and not a fun thing.
Work out of there. Work out. Right.
Well, he's really struggling in there, Juarez. You got to get points for heart. A lot of courage. You can see the way he's reacting. He just can't see out of the left eye. And there's a big right hand, a short, crisp right hand to the head by Trujillo, just for good measure.
That eye is really staying shut. He really can't see much at all.
There was a low by Trujillo, got away with it. Juarez just missing with the right.
Missed with a few lefts there too, very badly. I mean, big misses.
Just flailing right now, looking for a lucky punch. We approach the final 30 seconds of the last round. Juarez at this stage really looks like a beaten fighter. Left hook off the top of the head by Trujillo.
Once again, I think Trujillo's defense was a big factor in winning this. A lot of the punches he smothered on the inside, blocked or deflected from the outside.
Showing again, though, that he can be hit. Obviously, the knockdown of the fourth would prove that. But throwing more punches and more effectively in the direction of Juarez. Good show of sportsmanship here now. Trujillo puts his arm around Juarez. And this one goes to the judges. Interesting, Juarez knocked down Trujillo with a big left hook in the end of the fourth round. Trujillo recovered from it and then slowly but surely regained his confidence, his composure, and his skill.
I would have thought that Juarez would have let a little more hang out in the fifth round and really tried to shut the show down while Trujillo showed that he was still hurt, and that eye looks very bad.
That's still had him worse. You've had him worse than that, huh? That's the size at least of an egg. Over the left eye, it's just about shut. Trujillo looks pretty good, pretty fresh, despite the knockdown back in the fourth round.
Once again, he pulls out. You know, he pulls out with his hand, the head up and back, and he gets caught and his neck turns. Whiplash.
One of those Hollywood knockdowns. You see the stuff flying off his head. Down he goes on his back. And as you said, perhaps the timing of the knockdown really helped his cause.
You know, sometimes I have a good friend who says, "Listen, this isn't a movie, son. It ain't going to be a happy ending." Sometimes there's not a happy ending. Here he came back to win, I think.
Yeah, this isn't exactly scripted.
Big left hook, and you see his head up in the air, unprotected, caught the full power of that left hook.
And look how clean Juarez's face looked there early in the fight, and look at him now.
The fight ended there, you would actually think he won.
You're right. Not looking too swift right now is Juarez. Trujillo looks great. Just a little,
taking a little bit of a long time with the decision, though. Look at that eye.
Look at the contrast, huh? Well, we're still waiting for a decision, which is a little curious, I'd say.
I'd say a little.
Looks pretty cut and dried from this vantage point for Trujillo. We'll see. All right, we're set for the decision. We'll get it up to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Rosemary Grable scores about 95 to 94. Judges Brad Wright and Bernie Teachout both score about 97 to 92. All three in favor of the winner, and still undefeated, Alex Trujillo.
97-92, that's how I had it. That's how two of the judges had it. Very good call.
And the other one was pretty close, Bobby.
The other one was razor.
Well, what do you think of that? That's a little odd. Rosemary Grable had it 95-94 Trujillo. The other judges had it more rational, 97-92, like you
That's
did.
exactly how I had it.
So a unanimous decision for Alex Trujillo, who improves to 19-0, remains with 14 knockouts. Jose Luis Juarez goes down to 11-3. Trujillo comes off the canvas in the 4th round to win by unanimous decision. Coming up next.
Just spit it right in there. Don't worry about it. Clap your hands. Be sharp. Change your angle. Give him that, hey, come on. And snap your punch.
So you saw the